All right, kids, class dismissed.
But teacher, where does food come from?
Well, Jimmy, that's a very good question. I suppose it all comes from dirt.
But there's so many different kinds of food. Does that mean there's a lot of different kinds of dirt, too?
Well, yes, of course there are different kinds of dirt. Let's take a moment, Jimmy, and learn a little bit about all the different kinds of soil. Soils can be easily broken up into 12 groups based on their horizons. Soil horizons are layers of soil that each have different properties. The O horizon consists of loose organic matter. It's where leaves and plants fall and rot. The A horizon is a zone of mixing. Organic material mixes with inorganic materials from below. In the E horizon, water leaches materials out of the soil and down into deeper horizons. The B horizon is the sink for soil materials. It's where the elements and minerals leached out at the E horizon go. And the C horizon is a mineral layer where soil began to form from its parent material. It's highly oxidized and weathered because it's very old. It's not affected by the gain and loss of material above it. Now that we've figured out one of the ways that soils can be different, we can make 12 orders. Those are broad kinds of soil that can be used to classify any dirt around you. Let's go look at them now. Let's start with the youngest soils, entosols. They're poorly developed and they don't have any clear horizons. That's because they either have a highly resistant parent material, or they're having new sediment added constantly, which doesn't allow new horizons to develop. Inceptosols are very similar. They have very poor horizons and are poorly developed, but they have a little more than entosols. Gelisols are young too, but they're a little different. They're frozen solid. These are the soils of permafrost. Mollisols are the soft, dark, fertile soils of the grassland. They are rich in water, and clays are very common in them. Histosols are similar, but they're totally hydrated. They're the homes of hydrophytic plants. They have a low bulk density and they're very wet. And alphasols are wet and fertile too. They're rich in clay. Spodiosols are the home to coniferous forests. Due to all of the pine needles that fall down, they get very acidic. Aridosols are the dry soils of the desert. They don't have very much organic matter in them. Ultasols are the highly weathered, highly developed soils of the rainforest. Even though they have big forests on top, they aren't very fertile because all the years and years of forest has sucked all the nutrients out of them. Oxasols are very old too. They're very highly weathered. You see that red color? That's from oxidized iron. Vertisols are very rich in clay. That means that they end up with big cracks that go deep underground when they dry out. Don't worry about that volcano back there. We're going to focus on the soil. These are andesols. They are the soils made from volcanic ash. They have low bulk density and they can hold a lot of water. And that's just scratching the surface. Within these 12 orders, there are around 23,000 soil series, each with its own unique place in the environment.
Wow, there's so many different kinds of soil. I didn't even know.
And how, Jimmy? And that's just scratching the surface of the big amazing world of dirt.